Venom is back and he is black. And no, I don't mean the symbiote. I mean Batman.
To know our treasures.
So yeah, he's back, but what's different? Well, firstly, he's got a shirt. Hey, but Robokai's here. And this kind of softly confirms Robokai as a playable character. Well, never say never, but the fact that they did such a brave thing with your character is interesting, to say the least. And while he doesn't even feature in Venom's render, he's still very present in his gameplay, which we'll come to soon enough. On to the rest of his fit. Apart from the shirt, he's got this stylish baggy pants with a white hood over it, and he still has his slick as hell white hair with the blue eye mark thing. And yes, of course, his Afro game is on point. His personality is the same. He still sims for Zato, respects Slayer, likes Emilia, but also wants to murder her when Zato isn't looking. Wait, his VAs are doing good work too, but since this is technically two characters, Robokai has a VA as well, and his English VA is Alejandro Saab, and for my VTuber fans out there, that's Sayu. And if you somehow don't know either of those names, I'm pretty sure you can recognize some of the characters on this graphic. And he pops off Venom's performance so good. He's really funny in the outro too. Now, onto his theme. It's a banger, don't get me wrong, but there's a very unimportant nitpicky asterisk to have about it, but we'll get to that, don't worry about it. It's one of the longer ones, coming in at 5 minutes 44 seconds, and it's filled with peak after peak sections, like the synth choir vocals, the badass guitar solo at the final section, and the obligatory halftime breakdown that Daisuke loves with his Stripe games.
Numbers can share with many others. I thought it was a tragedy.
And I love to. And now for my little nitpick. I welcome all roasting in the comments. Tear me a new one. Best part of the entire song came in way too early in my opinion. That or they just didn't repeat it for some reason. And when you expect it to come, it's just the biggest blue ball when it's just not there, you know? Let me explain. So there's this rhythm that plays during the first chorus. That just now sounds so sick. And it never happens again. What the fuck? I get not playing it on the second round because I guess of rhythm fatigue. So it sounds like this. But they never brought it back for the conclusion to complete the entire thing. It just plays again, which is fine, but it brought what's a 9 out of 10 song down to an 8 for me personally. Cause there are other Strive songs that establish rhythms early on, only to coalesce into an audiogasm at the end of the track. But hey, I'm not a musician, just a random guy on the internet that really likes music. And now, gameplay. Now Venom is a special case, and the reason I haven't been uploading recently, along with the final year of university kicking my ass, is because of said case. He is the first DLC charge character, joining May, Pot, Leo, and not Axel as the only charge characters in the entire game. And I suck at it, and unfortunately for me, it's core to his gameplay. But to understand his gameplay, you're gonna know one crucial thing. Balls. Pool balls to be specific. Apparently there's a difference. So anyway, his gimmick is balls. He can have two types of balls. A normal ball which can be hit once before disappearing, and a powered ball which you can tell apart from the shine that can be hit twice before disappearing. And in addition to this, there are two states the balls can be in. Inert, meaning it's dormant with no hitbox, and active, meaning it's moving with a hitbox, before then becoming inert after a period of time, depending on the force they were hit with initially. And speaking of inert balls, they can be hit by Venom's attacks or other balls, in turn making them active. And depending on the angle and strength of the attack, the direction and speed of the ball also varies. He can spawn these balls in a lot of ways, using different specials, like for instance, ball set with 2-1-4 button. With this move, each attack button except dust places an inert normal ball in a fixed position that is assigned to that button. He's got P that goes low, K that's mid, S that's high, HS that's mid but further, and that's it. Just 4 positions. In Strive, he also has a version of this move that sets all the balls at the positions at once. It's called ball set multiple, but it's really slow and he can only really do it after like a 6H. And next we got the second way of setting balls, Q5, or as I like to call it, QV. On 623, but it's basically ball set, but it has a hitbox on spawn and can also be held for a larger, more damaging hitbox and a powered up ball. After it spawns, it drifts to the same 4 positions as ball set, but the hitbox can be used in combos, so comboing while setting the ball is crazy utility. Next, we got the special move that actually uses his pull stick, Stinger Aim. This spawns ball as a fast moving projectile. It can be held for a powered up ball and has 2 variations, the S for a slower ball and the HS for a fucking railgun. Oh, and since there can only be 4 balls on the screen at a time, a ball spawned by Stinger Aim, or the next one, Carcass Raid, will replace whatever 4th ball is on the screen. And speaking of Carcass Raid, we got the second charge input special from Venom. It's basically an anti-air version of Stinger Aim, but it's used mainly to control space and combos. And similar to Stinger Aim, it can be held and has 2 variations. And in this case, holding it increases the speed, and the HS version hits at a steeper angle than the S version, meaning that HS is better for combos because they stay near to you, and S is used for screen control. Carcass Raid also has a mid-air version that isn't a charge input, but is basically the same thing but mid-air. And as you guessed it, instead of hitting the ground immediately then going upwards, you just shoot the ball down directly. Oh, and of course it can be held too, and when you hold it, you have an air stall, and if you don't hit the ball, you have a ball spawned for you. This, in addition to JD being a dive kick, which is just his mad struggle special from the older games without the fancy kickflip, makes his air mobility actually kinda sick, especially when you remember he can't ball set in the air anymore, or teleport. But you know what he does have in Strive that the others don't have? A command grab. Triumbaka, that, as you guessed, yes, spawns another ball, but this time it's the opponent. So when you get hit by this, you just turn into a ball and then Venom can handle you however you wish. It does shit for damage, so it's used to either close out rounds, reposition the enemy, or just to flex interrupts. But don't get me wrong, this is still an insane move compared to still growing. And the really cute thing about this is every character has unique art for when they get turned into a ball. Oh my god, she's fucking terrified. Now so far, if you've noticed, Venom has no reversal. His supers aren't reversals either, but they're kind of crazy. Let me explain. Navaratna Runout. This is a black hole that does multiple hits and ends in an explosion, but the special part about this is it's a black hole, so it sucks things, especially the inert balls in screen. And when they're getting sucked, they all become active. And the more balls that get sucked in, the higher the damage on the final hit. So including the opponent during Triumbaka, that's 5 balls in total, right? Well, not quite. You see, you can PRC this move and the black hole still remains, meaning you can add more than 4 balls to the black hole as it's active. And for each ball added, that is plus 5 damage to the minimum. And finally, we got the one and only Dark Angel. This super is actually just goated. Not only is it a slow-moving, indestructible, kinda large projectile that does multiple hits, it has a follow-up attack by Robokai that has satanic levels of tracking. And if that wasn't enough, it's one of the only supers in the game that persists after a burst. So when you see the super flash, it's already too late. Oh, and by the way, you're free to move and act however you want while this is on screen. Go Dark Angel, go do neutral for me. So yeah, Venom's got no reversal, but this kit is juicy. He's still a hard character to play and needs to work really hard for his reward, cause you either tickle them with zoning or you tickle them with the thing he hates the most, Filthy Milliamix. So yeah, his damage isn't the highest. And another thing to note, when you use Dark Angel and go for a throw, the follow-up doesn't happen. And for a charge character, Venom is pretty fun, especially when you get the vortex down. It's so satisfying. Kinda like when you get the muffin in his outro. Anyway, see ya.
Faster and faster.